Hey guys, how is everyone doing? This is your host, and I present you a new episode of Sci-Hike. So, continuing our discussion on how sapiens have led themselves to the world of plowing, sowing, harvesting, or the agriculture revolution. Scholars believe that the agriculture has spread from the Middle Eastern region to around four corners of the world. Like people in the Central America have started producing maize or corn. Then in South America, they have started producing potatoes. Humans living in China were the first revolutionaries to domesticate rice, millets, and pigs. From these local points, the agriculture spread across the wild world, and by the first century of AD, the majority of the human population were agriculturists. The next question that pops in our mind is, after the invention of agriculture, did sapiens' life become more easy and peaceful, or did planting wheat give them more security, both physically and economically? This is a very trick question to answer because scholars once proclaimed that agriculture revolution was a great leap towards humanity. They told a tale progress fueled by human brain power. Due to this cultivation practice, humans or sapiens were spending more time in plowing the land than sowing the seeds and looking after them till it is the time for harvesting. Then all these process made them to stay near the fields. So initially it was seasonal. After the harvesting those plants, the sapiens moved from one place to another. But as the number of sapiens grew, so that needed more people to be fed, and this required more cultivation. And hence that led them to settle near those fields permanently. This process might have enlarged the sum of food at the disposal of the humankind, but the extra food did not translate into better diet or more leisure. Yet, for the average person, the disadvantages probably outweighed the advantages. This is hard for the people in today's prosperous society to appreciate. Since we enjoy the affluence and the security, and since our affluence and security are built on the foundation laid by the agriculture revolution, let's take an example that we might have read in the newspapers during the time of the pandemic that we are going through right now. According to the World Economic Forum, the farmers saw the prices collapse as restaurants and cafes closed their doors indefinitely, causing 70% drop in the demand of the food sector. Many were left with no option but to dump their unsold products. So the question still lies, did agriculture give the economic security? So now let's moving on from the economic point of view to see the physical point of view. Village life certainly brought first farmers some immediate benefits, such as better protection against wild animals, rain, and cold. When the agriculture revolution had kicked in, and many, or I should say almost all the individuals have started working as agriculturists, it has been observed with this era many individuals have started suffering different ailments. Sapiens' body never evolved for doing these kinds of work in the fields. Rather, it was more evolved for climbing up trees and also running like gazelles. Studies of ancient skeletons indicate that the transition of the agricultural brought about an excess of ailments such as slip discs, arthritis, and hernias. This way, it completely changed our lives. It looks like we didn't domesticate these plant species, they have domesticated us. With this, we have come to an end and hoping that you have all enjoyed listening to this episode. To know more about interesting facts that have happened over past and are also happening in present, do like or follow our channel Sci-Hike in whichever platform you are listening in. And stay tuned for our next episode.